Good morning, and this is chapter 45, and this in Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat. This was the climax, the final scene, where Joseph, everything is made right, and so it's an exciting chapter, but it's also exciting because it talks about Joseph as like the Savior. How is Joseph like the Savior? And we're going to find a few things in here, and I put some in pink like we did earlier. Some of the things that I could see, and let's look at it. Then Joseph could not refrain himself. Remember, he had talked to his brothers and told them to bring Benjamin back, and they brought him back, and he accused Benjamin, said he's going to be thrown into prison and killed because of what he did, and Judah jumps in and says, "No, not him, take me." And now Joseph has done everything, and he realizes they've changed. They will not be just letting another brother die, as in their eyes. So Joseph could not refrain himself before them all that stood by him, and he cried. And why do I have that in pink? What do you think the Savior feels about us? And what was it like when he appeared to the people in Zarahemla, and he couldn't refrain himself there, and he cried? So he cried, and cause everyone to go out from me, is what he says. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known to his brethren. And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Doth my father yet live? He's right in there. He wants to know. He knows they've already said the father lives, but he wants to hear it again. He wants to see his father, and his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. And I just got a note here. Again, the similarities between Christ. They were not recognized by those who should have known them. So they're still going, he's told them, I am Joseph. And they're going, what, really? No, wait. No, that was 22 years ago, and I'm sure he died. And Joseph said unto his brethren, come near unto me. Near to me. Isn't that very much like the Savior? Come near to me. He wants us to be near him. And Joseph knew that if they came near him, that they would know who he was. And the Savior wants us to come near him. I pray you. And they came near, and he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom ye sold into Egypt. Therefore, be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves, that ye sold me hither, for God hath sent me before to preserve life. I love this as well. They must really be upset and things, but he's saying, don't worry. God is the one that was behind this. Now, I think in the right hand, he's going to tell you wanted to say anyway, probably better. What did Joseph mean when he said that God had sent him to Egypt? Joseph told his brothers not to grieve or be angry with themselves for selling him into slavery, explaining that God had sent him to Egypt to preserve life. Joseph's words should not be misunderstood to mean that God caused Joseph's brothers to sell him into slavery. Rather, Joseph was recognizing God's omniscience and his ability to bring good out of difficult situations. Elder Neil A. Maxwell explained the evil intent of Joseph's brothers was folded into the plans of God, who knows the beginning from the end and all that is in between. Remember, when we talk about things, and I'm not sure if I said it this way, but remember the fall of Adam was not the B plan, it was the A plan. Adam was made to fall. God didn't make him do those things. In fact, he says that you're free to choose what you want to do. But God understood that it would happen and that a Savior would be needed. That is where it is. God will work with us where we are. We all do stupid things in our lives, and the Lord knows we will. But we get to choose to do those things. And that's where our agency comes in and who we are. We also get to choose what's right. And the Lord will be there for us for that. He's not going to let evil overtake everything just because somebody chose wrong. He will be there, and he knows what we will do. But he's going to let us choose. For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land. Notice, it's been 2 years. So the first year they came down, got supplies. They've come back the second year. So really they weren't prepared for this famine at all. And yet there are 5 years in which there shall neither be earing or harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. And we've got a note here, again, that they were, Joseph and Jesus Christ were saviors to the people and provided them with life-saving bread. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God. And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and a lord of all his house, and ruler throughout the land. Haste ye, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not, and thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen. And thou shalt be near unto me. Now Goshen means to be near. I looked that up because I was interested in that. Goshen sounds like a really weird name, but actually growing up in Utah, Goshen, we have a Goshen in Utah, so it was interesting. But we do know that it was a very fertile place in Egypt. And thou and thy children and thy children's children and thy flocks and thy herds and all that thou hast, and I will nourish thee, for there yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household and all that thou hast come to poverty. He's saying, come now, because you've got another 5 years of this, and you're not going to be able to keep coming up and spending all your money. You'll just be in poverty. And behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaketh unto you. He's saying, look at the similarities. We're brothers. We're definitely brothers. And ye shall tell my father of all my glory in Egypt, and all that ye have seen. And ye shall haste and bring down my father hither. And he fell upon his brother Benjamin's neck and wept. And Benjamin wept upon his neck. Moreover, and think that again could have been in pink again, where what's it going to be like when we meet the Savior face to face? It'll be that same feeling of weeping together. Moreover, he kissed all his brethren and wept upon them. And after that his brethren talked with him. And the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased the Pharaoh well and his servants. He's really happy. It's not like, oh no, not some more of these Hebrews. It's like, wow, this is so cool. Joseph's done so much for me, and he's done all of this stuff in the last almost 10 years, and now he's got brethren here, and he's so happy. Pharaoh said unto Joseph, say unto thy brethren, this do ye, lade your beasts and go, get you unto the land of Canaan, and take your father and your households, and come unto me, and I will give you the good of the land of Egypt, and ye shall eat the fat of the land. And he's quite happy to do that, because if it wasn't for Joseph being there, then Egypt would be laid waste as well. Now thou art commanded, this do ye, take your wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones and for your wives, and bring your father and come. Also regard not your stuff, for the good of all the land of Egypt is yours. Basically, you know what? Don't even bother with all the stuff you've got there, because once you get here, we'll make sure you're all taken care of. Room and board and everything. You have a fully furnished house with refrigerators and stoves and all the other stuff. Well, I guess. And the children of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them wagons according to the commandment of Pharaoh, and gave them provision for the way. To all of them he gave each man changes of raiment, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of raiment. And to his father he sent after this manner: 10 asses laden with good things of Egypt, and 10 asses laden with corn and bread and meat for his father by the way. So he sent his brethren away, and they departed, and said unto them, See that ye fall not out by the way. To me, reading that sort of could be read as tongue-in-cheek. See that you don't sell one of you to slavery or anything like that, because we don't really need that again, you know. Also, it shows, and this is what it's more like, though I like the tongue-in-cheek idea, is that he now has his family back. He doesn't want anything to happen untoward to any of them. And they went up out of Egypt and came into the land of Canaan, unto Jacob their father, and told him, saying, Joseph is yet alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not. Now I put that in pink because do we have people that talk about Jesus Christ and people say, no, I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. You talk about Christ's gospel and they will not believe you. And they told him all the words of Joseph, which he had said unto them. And when he saw the wagons which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob, their father, revived. So they still talked to him. They didn't just say, he's yet alive. Oh, he doesn't believe. Well, can't do anything about it. Let's talk about what Joseph said. Let's show him what Joseph and Pharaoh did for them and all the things that we've gotten. And Israel said, it is enough. Joseph, my son, is yet alive. I will go and see him before I die. What an amazing way. Could you imagine his feelings? First, he's excited to see all of his sons return. Well, all that he thought was alive returned. And then they say that Joseph's alive. He must have been so elated. And I love the verse that he says, it is enough. And I hope you get that from this, that see the Savior in this and how much there is in this. And maybe one day we, as part of Israel, will see the Savior and say, it is enough. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.